we are. So you'll be able to chat questions. You can text me a question. Afterwards, you can email me a question. We will also be recording this so you can re-listen to it. As I was saying, we'll have a PowerPoint presentation as well. So I'll email out the PowerPoint presentation so you can go over that. We will also have our jersey pickup on Tuesday. This coming up Tuesday from 5:30 to 7:30 at Dick's Sporting Goods at Canton Marketplace. The parents will be able to come in and pick up a jersey, and you can stop by and ask any questions. We can go over everything as well. So again, I will put up chat if you, let's see, can't hear.
Hey, Barry, do you recommend the coaches pick up all the jerseys for the team, or is it like the parents come Tuesday?
Just the parents come on Tuesday, because some of them want a specific number. Some aren't sure what size to get. So do that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Again, if you have any specific question like that, just you can chime in real quick or hold it afterwards. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started with again, we're going to go through a PowerPoint presentation. So again, if you're on the phone, just afterwards, you can there we go, chat over, there you go. I'll send it out and you can just go over it later. All right, so again, for those over here, we got some new coaches and we have some returning coaches. So I want to thank you again. Welcome those first-time coaches, and thank you for the returning coaches that have played with me for I9 Sports. Basically, why do we do what we do? About half the kids stop playing sports by age 12. And a couple reasons is lack of playing time. They're just sitting on the bench. The coach is too serious. They're yelling at the kids at practice. During the game, they're not happy with them. There's too much competition and too much pressure. They don't feel that they are good enough to play. They are doing too many other activities. They don't have the time to do it anymore, and it's not fun. So those are kind of the main reasons why kids stop playing sports. And what is I9 Sports and why are we trying to change that? What are we doing differently? Well, basically, we've been doing it for a number of years, and just this past year, we've passed over 1 million registrations on all of the I9 Sports League. So over 1 million kids have participated in our sports program now. We were really excited about that. We thought that was a big milestone. And so it's from all over the country. We have in Hawaii, most of the states have an I9 Sports League. There's a lot of them here in Florida, a lot of them in the surrounding area. So I get kids from all over the country that played in different I9 Sports Leagues, and they move here and they find out they have an I9 Sports League here, and they sign up for our program. Basically, what is our mission? Our mission is to help kids succeed in life through sports. We feel it's important for kids to play sports. Sports teaches about working together as a team to accomplish a common goal. And that's most jobs are working with other people of different backgrounds, different abilities, and trying to accomplish the same goal. And that's what sports is. So we feel it's very important for kids to play sports. The goal is to put the fun back into youth sports. That's really what we are focusing on to make it fun. Our core principles and philosophy, again, age-appropriate instruction. We want it to be fun for the kids. We want to focus on good sportsmanship. We want healthy inclusivity or healthy competition. Inclusivity, allow all kids to be able to play regardless of ability. And again, focusing on safety. Years ago, for safety, we took out heading in soccer. I know they changed that now through a lot of other programs. Some all the way in high school, they take out heading. Different leagues have removed heading. So that's something that, we did years ago. And for our program, they're just not ready to head the ball. They don't head it correctly. It goes straight up in the air. So we just removed it at all. So it doesn't really change for what we do. It doesn't change it. I know some other more competitive leagues, it is a big difference on whether heading the ball is allowed or not. That's a big part of soccer. But for our league, it doesn't really change anything. So we just removed that years ago. What is the I-9 sports experience for kids? We want it to be a fun and safe experience where the kids learn skills about good sportsmanship and to help with their self-esteem. We want those kids to go up there and play hard and be able to, they may not be the best athlete, but we want them to be able to go out there and still be able to be part of a team. For the parents, main thing is we want it convenient for the parents. We want it well organized and doesn't consume the family's life. So we have lots of parents with multiple kids. They know they're out there one day a week, having the practice, learning some skills, and then playing a game. How do you as a coach play an important role? Well, your certified coaching standard, when you signed up to be a coach, you had to read over that information. Remember, you're the leader out there, so we want to demonstrate good sportsmanship out there. Make a big deal out of small, little positive things. So if a kid does something small, make a big deal about it. You as a teacher, we want you to have a plan, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Use our tools that we provide. Promote safety. We'll talk about that with concussion, when in doubt, sit them out. Stay calm when mistakes happen. Sometimes in the heat of the game, may do something, get frustrated, but always stay calm out there. And again, no egos, leave it in the parking lot. Again, we don't really have that issue too much. And again, execute a plan. So we will talk about that in our coach's guide. Equal playing time. One thing is in our philosophy is we want the kids to play at least half the game and play different positions. So the parents are not looking for all child playing equally, but they want to make sure all kids are out there playing, all kids are sitting. So the refs will stop the clock halfway through the half. Make sure they are out there. If they're playing, they're out there sitting. If they're sitting, make sure they come in. Not every child, you may not have twice the number of kids that are on the field. So some kids will be out there staying more and other kids will be sitting, but make sure everybody sits. That's the main thing. Parents get upset if one child is playing the entire game. I've never had a parent complain to me that they didn't win the game because the best player sat out, or the best player should have been on offense. We could have scored a couple more goals if he would have been on offense instead on defense. So we've never had a parent complain about that. Parents do complain if the best athlete is out there playing the entire game, played offense the entire game, scored all the goals, and nobody else is able to score a goal because they're the best player out there. So again, make sure everybody plays, everybody sits, and rotate players around. We do have goalies for different age divisions, so try and get them, different kids, to be a goalie. Sometimes kids do not want to be a goalie at all. So don't force them into those roles that they're not going to succeed in, but try and rotate them as much as possible. The main thing is we focus on that weekly sportsmanship. So one thing we do is every week there will be a different word of the week. It will be emailed to you with our weekly practice plan. So talk to the kids about that word of the week. Make sure you talk to them before at practice on, hey, this week we're focused on listening, taking turns. Why is it important? And make a big deal about that sportsmanship medal. After the game, you will present the sportsmanship medal to one child, or if you have more kids than weeks, you can double up to make sure everybody gets a medal. And again, make a big deal about it. Bring the parents over, bring the kids over after the game, cheer, make sure that everyone knows on that. One thing, we are really working on at I9 Sports, I don't think we do as good, our league, is letting those parents know about those weekly sportsmanship medals, what they are, asking the kid afterwards, what was the word of the week when we see them that they had a medal on, or even if they didn't, say, good job out there, next week, let's, I'm sure you did a good job listening, maybe you'll get that next week, and talk to the parents on, hey, it's not just you scored the most goals or sportsmanship. There's a specific value that we're focusing on each week. The parental pledge, and again, we have a parental pledge when the parents sign up. So if there are any issues with parents, if they're yelling at a ref, yelling at a coach, yelling at a child, kind of again reminding them, hey, you signed this parental pledge. That's not behavior that we allow out here, and talking to them. And again, we very rarely have issues in soccer. Most of the parents sign up for our program, have heard about us, know what our program is about. So we get a great group of parents out there. If you are the only coach, if you need an assistant coach, talk to the parents out there and say, hey, I need somebody as an assistant. Most of the time at practice, they realize, hey, this isn't too difficult. They will become an assistant. Sometimes you might have marked down to be an assistant, and so we'll put 2 assistant coaches per team. So technically, neither one of y'all volunteered to be head coach. We got 2 coaches out there, and both of you all work together. And online, it just says coach on that. So, like I said, if you are an assistant and you got 2 coaches out there, and you ask the other coach, hey, I'm the assistant, what are you? And the other coach goes, I'm the assistant too. Well, both of y'all are together, so both of y'all are coach. So like I said, really there is no distinguishing between the head coach and the assistant coach anyway. If you put down to be a head coach, we put you down as a specific head coach for that team. We do stats for some of the age groups, so make sure if you get a parent to do that. For soccer, it's pretty straightforward. It's goals, assist, and save. So you can get a parent to do that. You can get a team mom for that. The team mom doesn't do too much because the parents sign up for snacks on the website when they look at the schedule. But you can have them reminding the parents, hey, sign up for snacks. If you do a team party at the end of the year, you can help them to be in charge of that, etc. Volunteer, if you have not filled out the volunteer application online, when you log in, you'll see a screen to complete that. You will see under I9 Sports, the website, the coaching resources. So when you go into the coaches tab, go into coaching resources, you will see the resources for all of the sports. Click on your sport, and it will have the coach's guide. It'll have the practice plans. It has coaching videos as well, and the rule books in there as well. So again, this was developed by a company in Texas. The weekly practice plans that will be emailed to you and are online. I9 Sports and a company in Texas developed these. So they're age-appropriate practice plans. So please take advantage and read over those. And again, they will be emailed to you during the week on Wednesday, so you can check over them. You can be at the field. You can look at it on your phone. So those are, again, take advantage of those. And again, we really look at age-appropriate programming. We did we polled parents, it's been a couple years now, on what parents are looking for in a program and what did we at I9 Sports do well and what did we not do well. And a couple things was we did not do age-appropriate programming well. So we kind of looked at that and made changes on, last year we did add goalies in the older divisions and the junior division, add a goalie box because that was something that the parents were looking for. In the Pee Wee division, we do stickers. So we added that years ago because sometimes the little kids don't understand why they're not getting something. So the Pee Wee division gets stickers. We do weekly sportsmanship award through all ages. And we still do participation awards, trophies at the end of the year for all of the ages. I know we talked about it back and forth about do we just do trophies for the division winners and the older division because a lot of them keep getting trophies season after season. But we decided, we're still going to do trophies for all the divisions. For different programs, we do have, the top two teams are playing each other. So one of them is technically the division winner. But like I said, we still do trophies for all of the ages. Again, the practice plan will be emailed out to you. It has drills to do, has videos, it has diagrams. So what you want to do at soccer is work on a specific skill each week. It's hard to do in one short practice, work on dribbling, passing, shooting, everything at once. So each week kind of have a practice plan for one drill, and then by the end of the season, they've worked on passing, short passing, they worked on shooting, they worked on goalie. So they worked on all of the skills throughout the season. So again, each week will be a practice overview, kind of what is the main target you're working on, what are the main drills. It'll have a video with the drills to do with the kids, so the fundamentals to do with the kids. So again, there's lots of information for you as a coach out there to read over. You got to have a plan on what to do. We understand a lot of people are not soccer experts, and you might not know what to do with the kids. Sometimes you may be great at soccer, but trying to figure out what to do with a 6-year-old. So these are age-appropriate programming drills to do with the kids. It has a picture of it. And again, lots of information. There'll be a video. Some of the videos are longer, some are shorter. A little video on what to do with the kids. Practice and game times. The schedule will be posted online on Saturday. It will have what time practice is, what time game is. You will want to email the parents in a weekly email, let them know what time to be there. We've tried to make it as easy for the parents as possible. We do text now, so they will get a weekly text if they opted into our text on what time to be there. They get an email on what time to be there. It is posted online what time to be there. If you send out a weekly email, let them know what time to be there. There's plenty of ways they get that email, so hopefully they know what time to be there for practice. We don't have too many issues with that. I know some leagues, sometimes we do have a couple game times, so you can make sure we want to try and make sure they get that email on what time to be there. All right. The soccer field. What type of equipment? The soccer field will already be set up. Some of the leagues we give you a coach's bag with balls. Some of the leagues will have the balls at the field for you to set up. But again, everything will be set up for you. You will practice on the field you are playing on. One team will practice on one goal and one team practices on the other goal. So the field will already be set up for you. We do encourage the parents to bring a practice ball for their child as well. So we also have a couple balls there. So if you need a drill, if you need some extra cones or disc, we always have a bunch of cones and disc and extra balls at the field. If you're doing some drill where we need a bunch of cones, so just see us at the canopy for that. What is your coaching responsibility? And again, doing our I-9 sports philosophy and what our coaches' standards are. Make sure you have a red coach shirt for you. Again, for the jersey pickup on Tuesday, we will have coaches' shirts at Dick's Sporting Goods. If you cannot make it, we will have them at the field on game day. Make sure you read that weekly practice plan. If you can arrive about 10, 15 minutes each week early, that way you can pick up the sportsmanship medal, figure out what field you're on, make sure what jersey color the kids are and everything like that. So if you have any questions, do that. And again, don't forget to pick up that weekly sportsmanship medal each week, and stickers for the little kids, and give out that sportsmanship medal and keep track of who gets that. On game day is the most chaotic day, especially if you've never coached before. You're really nervous on what to expect on game day. So when you get to the field, you will head to our red canopy, and there you will pick up the sportsmanship medal. We will give you a coach's bag if you have a bag. If not, we'll just give you the balls. We'll give you, hopefully most parents are coming now to that jersey pickup. So they should already have a jersey. If they were not able to do the jersey pickup, we will have the jerseys at the field. The jerseys are numbered based on the sizes. So the smallest size is extra small. That is numbers 1 through 10. The small is number 11 through 20, and the medium is 21 through 30. I don't think any kids need a large on that. So when you give the jersey to the child, make sure you give them the correct size. We will have a roster for you at the field. The roster will have what size jersey they ordered. It'll have anybody that did pick up jerseys. We'll write what number we gave them. And so when you are passing out the jersey, I would bring a pen, and if you write on the roster what number you give them, that way you have a roster with the jersey numbers on it. So you're at practice, you can help learn the names. We will also have stickers with the kids' names, and you'll give that and put on the kids' jersey on the first week. That way it helps learn names as well. It helps for the kids as well. They can learn their teammates' names. There will also be a little star next to the kid's name, and that represents a season that they played with us. So you can see who has played with us and who has not. Some kids have played, 10 seasons with us. So there'll be 10 stars across the bottom. This week, on game day, on first day, basically what you want to work on is just the basic fundamentals on passing the ball, on offense and defense, kind of getting them set up. All right, you couple here, you're going to be more on offense, you're on defense. If we have a goalie, figure out who's going to be goalie. We do have goal boxes, so showing them, where you can use your hands, where you can't. Kicking the ball in for the Pee-wee kids, we kick the ball in, and the rookie, we kick the ball in. For the junior and senior and elite division, they throw the ball in. Just kind of showing them how to do that on that first practice, and then we'll have a little jamboree game. And then after the game, have a little post-game meeting and voting on a team name. You'll want to vote on a team name on that as well. So decide on team name. And I have to change the team name on my end so we don't have teams with all the same names. So let me know what your team name is. You can email it to me, or the following week we'll bring out a clipboard with all the names, so we can figure out who the team names are for everybody. So again, we'll get that from you sometime. Key recommendations: keep it simple, especially in the beginning. Again, you could always add more. Again, don't reinvent the wheel. We do have those tool resources, so don't feel like you got to go out there and figure out what to do with the kids. We have plenty of resources. Communicate with your team. Again, the parents do appreciate getting a weekly email from you all. I send out lots of emails reminding them to do this, say we need coaches, don't forget to do this, jersey pickup. So they appreciate an email from the coach. Just doesn't be anything fancy. Just, again, that first week, introducing yourself. Again, every week, reminding them to sign up for snacks. And again, they will sign up on the website for snacks when they look at the roster. And when they sign up, they'll get an email reminder that week that they're in charge of snacks, and how many kids are on the team. Everybody can see who's signed up for snacks and who hasn't. So just a brief weekly email is something that they do appreciate. Officiating, again, we don't have too many issues. We don't do offsides. We tell the refs if there is any slide tackling or anything rough like that, stop the clock or stop the watch and remind them about that, and then restart it. We don't do any direct penalty kicks. Everything is indirect penalty kicks. So even if they do the hands in the goal box, they'll bring it out. They have to pass it before they shoot it in. So like I said, it's definitely more an instructional league. Like I said, we don't do offsides or anything like that for our league. There are other leagues out there, and we definitely get kids that, get better and are looking for something more competitive, and they go out there and they do those other type of programs. So, our league is definitely the beginner, intermediate. We definitely want them to build on skills. Like I said, that's why for the older kids, the practice plans are more detailed on learning skills. So as they progress, we want them to get better. We do make changes. We have the goals bigger. We have the field bigger. We add more players on the field. They throw it in instead of kicking it in. So we do try and do progression out there as they get older, different, again, more skills. Concussion safety information. Again, sometimes kids will collide with head to a knee, things like that. So if any child does any collision, if they got a headache, we'll go over, we'll talk to them. The main thing is, when in doubt, sit them out. If they do have any symptoms of a concussion, we will not have them play the rest of the game. We'll talk to the parents about that. Again, they have a headache, nausea, balance problems. They seem confused. They just don't feel right. So again, anything like that, when in doubt, sit them out. We'll talk to them, and any signs of it, we won't have them play for that game. What can go wrong? Other injuries. We do have ice there. We do have Band-Aids, things like that. So if there is an injury, we are walking around trying to see things like that. So we'll get that taken care of. Any weather alerts, we do have a weather hotline that we will post information on. We will sometimes have to delay games, or we had to cancel during games. For those of you that have coached for me a couple seasons, the spring can be a challenge. So we've gotten poured on in the springtime. Some they just kept playing out there in the rain. They're like, well, we're already wet. We might as well play. Any lightning, of course, we will cancel. Again, we have text alert for the weather hotline. We have a weather text, and we have a weather email, and we have a rain out number that they call as well. So we try and do that. All right, here we go. 1 second, go back. All right. This is a website, zoom.com, and you get 40 minutes free. So we got 10 minutes, but we got plenty of time. Any angry parents, again, if there is a parent yelling at a child or yelling at a coach or yelling at the official, please let us know. We'll take care of that. Like I said, it's not something that we tolerate. It's not something that we really have any issues with. If a child doesn't want to play, just encourage them the best they can. Maybe just put them, sometimes they do better on defense. They may not want to be on offense, things like that. So just do the best that you can out there with them. The other coach is Bill Belichick. We don't really have too many issues with that. Sometimes we do have some unbalanced teams. We may have a couple kids that are just better than others. So if you have that child that's really good, try and make sure he sits, try and maybe put him on defense, put him in goalie, so he's not just on offense scoring all the goals. Remind him to pass. A lot of times if a child's really good, or tell him, hey, you have to pass the ball a couple times before you shoot. Don't dribble all the way down and score. So, there's ways in soccer to work with that good player. And again, in conclusion, make sure you email those parents, introduce yourself. We'll get that schedule posted on Saturday. You'll be able to see the roster, the schedule, and everything. Make sure you pick up that sportsmanship medal from the tent each week. Double up on medals if you need to make sure everybody gets the medal. Mark on your roster or somehow keep track of who does that. Post online who that sportsmanship medal winner is, because the parents will see a picture of a medal once their child gets that sportsmanship medal. Again, we do have the weather hotline. Email us, see us at the field. If you have any questions, or call me, I'm available each week. And again, Tuesday, 5:30 to 7:30, we'll be at Dick's Sporting Goods. We'll have tables set up inside. You can come by, you can pick up that coach's shirts. Hopefully the parents will be there. If you want to email the parents and say, hey, I'll be there, if you know what time you're going to be there, you can say, I'll be there at 6 o'clock if you want to try and pick it up then. But a lot of times parents are they just kind of do it when they can. They may be coming home from work or after dinner or something like that. So they'll just stop by and do that. And again, anybody that did not pick up the coach's shirt, we'll have that at the field on Saturday. And again, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself. You can call in on your phone or on your computer. You can chat in any questions. If you don't have any questions, you can, or again, if you do have any questions, you can email me later or anything like that, or call me or text me. Otherwise, like I said, we are looking forward to a great season. Anybody have any questions? Hopefully this worked. Again, this is our first time doing it. We're trying to get the technology in here. So again, if you don't have any questions, we'll plan on seeing you on Tuesday or next weekend. All right. Thank you.